This movie is called Dreamboat, and it's based on a dream I had about making friends with some owl people. And it was filmed in my old backyard, and the music was made by my ex-roommates. And that's all you need to know. In the dream version, I had an owl friend who was a real owl, and his name was Owlie. And Owlie and I were gonna go for a walk through the meadow. And so Owlie was perched on my shoulder, and then he flew ahead for a while, and then he came back and he was really excited. And he said to me in owl language, I presume, I don't know, but he said, "Wow, look, up ahead, there's some people who are doing a dance for us. It's just for us." And then we ran ahead, and we saw these people dressed in owl costumes, as just like the ones in the movie, basically. And they just popped out from the grass and did a choreographed dance for us, and then went back down. And then we were standing there waiting, and then they didn't come back up, and we're like, okay, well, that was really great. I guess they're gone now. That was fun. My friend Alan had a Super 8 camera, and he said, "Do you want to make a movie?" And I was like, well, yes, I happen to know exactly what movie I would like to make. Now we will do it. The camera had a problem where the light meter didn't work, so we couldn't really tell if it was going to be really overexposed or not. So it was kind of a little overexposed, which at first I was worried about, but it turns out it worked well in the making it look dreamlike. We had a giant flashlight, which was like this big of a lens, and we were shining it at the most important parts. Like, I think we shined it at us holding hands, me and the owl holding hands, just because we didn't know if anything else was gonna show up on the film, and we thought maybe it would look cool if we had a shot of hand holding. So basically we were hoping that something would turn out, and we didn't really know if it would, but it turned out to be a lovely bright light that was shimmering around magically. It was 110 degrees or something, the heat index anyways, the day that we filmed, so it was really nice that my friends did that for me. This is what the owl costume looked like in my dream, except it had like human feet underneath. And so I think I did a pretty good job of reconstructing this basic style in the actual costumes. When I was first starting to make the movie, I didn't know how I was going to do the music or anything, and I was hoping someone would volunteer themselves, but luckily living in a house filled with musicians, it was pretty easy, and one of my roommates was like, "We'll do the music, we want to do it." So they kind of took over, and then I think 2 nights before the movie was supposed to premiere at the local theater, there was still no music. And it was like midnight. I was like, "Cooper, what are you doing? Why is there no music for my movie? You have to make it at some point." And he was like, I know, we're gonna get to it." So at like 2 a.m. or something, they started making the music, and they had like a theme in mind already, but it was hard for everyone to get together and actually do it. So they were going for the old-timey rave theme, which I liked. It sounded good, and I had confidence in their musical abilities, so I wasn't too worried about it. I was just kind of worried about it getting done. So yeah, so they started at like 2 a.m. and finished at like 5, and then they played it for me, and they were like, "Did you like it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I loved it. It was really great." And they're like, "Good, because we're not changing it." We had to go to bed.